Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway in Foxborough. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, set. Wait, ready. Black spot 4.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Michel. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big 30-yard play on third. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process... during the week, it's how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Hey, 66. Alpha.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This is Johnson. He's got it. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Lawrence Guy. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Bailey's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, ball 66.
To throw, it's Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New Dorsett. 62 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 10-3. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
1st down, here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 37.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. He finds his man Johnson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Throwing now is Brady. Complete to Dorsett. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 84 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here, You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. So after the INT, it's Brady. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. The final shot before half for Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. I got one. Wait, hey.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
To Hunt. 180. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. On play action, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 9, Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And Edelman finally works his way open. It's complete. Edelman's first catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Wait, 29, Alpha. You. Hey, 66.
To throw is Brady. This is White on the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Brady. Flush to his right. The 20. And he's got Sanu. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
72.
Again, it's Michelle. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Recon, 132 fighter. Gun. Get him, you got him. Good route here.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Wait, that. Ready? Switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40. He don't know no better. Hey, check it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Kyle Van Noy, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now Cousins. Flushed out right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
Go. Check it, reload.
On 1st down, Michelle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Gotta do better.
And it's Michelle once again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Big stop, let's go.
Brady gives to Michelle. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. There's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles